Yeah, we got B down in here picking seals.
Hi. Yes, seal.
Seal. Yeah.
Got most of it out.
Yeah, most of it. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what I always wanted.
Yeah, just rust right there.
It's rust. Yeah, we got a little rust in the lip right there. It needs to be fixed.
And some weird screws that were stuck in there.
Yep, and you know what people are going to tell us?
What?
They're going to say, why are you putting that beautiful engine into this dirty engine compartment? You know what the answer
Glory
is?
of Satan.
Well, yeah, there's that too.
Oh, okay.
But aside from that, it's because you're a fool if you completely paint up a car and then test fit things.
This is true.
You'd be an absolute moron. What I am going to give you is a little scrubby brush just to loosen up some of the dirt that's in there. Nothing that's going to be too big of a deal. And then we're going to start stuffing the engine in here and see if we can get this thing running while it's in the car. Are you excited?
I am.
Yay! So we've got these brand new engine compartment seals to go in here. We got some good German ones. See that, guys? These came from CIP1.
Yeah.
Our friends up in Canada. Yeah, a little bit of ampi seal here for the other one. That one we couldn't find a German one, so we had to go with what we had. And we got a couple of hockey pucks back here for underneath the transcription. There you go. Got them behind you. And then you have that mount that you did all that work on.
Yes.
This guy. Look at that. That thing was a rusty piece of crap.
I should have taken a before picture.
Yeah, you should have, but you actually did a real good job restoring that, because, I mean, it was like thick and puffy. It was so dirty.
It was pretty gross. I had to soak it in cat piss a couple times.
Cat piss works wonders.
And then I had to take a screwdriver to scrape the that built up gunk off of it.
You know what else cat piss works good in? A neti pot.
Oh.
But before we jump into that, we'd like to take a moment to talk about the sponsor for this video. As you know, sponsors make it possible for me to continue to make content, and for that, I am grateful. This is one such product that I feel that adds value to my YouTube channel and to my daily life. SimplyCarbonFiber.com. If you're watching this channel, you're probably a car guy. You would appreciate something to be part of what you use every day to be made of the same exotic materials as a luxury sports car. Here we have a Simply Carbon Fiber wallet.
The Simply Carbon Fiber nope, I can't say.
A Simply Carbon Fiber wallet. That's exactly what it is right there. And what's it made from?
Carbon fiber.
Simply.
Simply.
And I really like micro wallets because I always carry way too much stuff in my pockets, and this just helps to lighten the load. But unlike a lot of others that are made from multiple components and use an elastic band that blows out and explodes your cards and cash all over the ground, ask me how I know, this is made from one solid, durable, and secure piece of carbon fiber. Wouldn't you like to have a $3 million Koenigsegg in your garage? You know what a Koenigsegg is?
I have no idea.
It's an exotic sports car from Sweden. Well, for far less than that, you can have something made from the same materials in your pocket and be the envy of all your friends at the car meets. B likes it, and I think I just lost it. SimplyCarbonFiber.com doesn't just have wallets, they also have sunglasses, watches, phone cases, jewelry, and other items. Hurry, and hit up SimplyCarbonFiber.com and use our discount code DUCK10 and get a last-minute Father's Day gift. I just may have to go back there and get some of their sunglasses. As you know, I'm a sunglass nut, and I really like stuff that stands out, so I wonder if they'll let me use my own discount code. Make sure you click the link down below in the video description. SimplyCarbonFiber.com.
Simply Carbon Fiber wallet. Oh my god, I did it right!
You got it. Alright, down below in there, you remove the bolts from the hockey pucks that are underneath the transmission there, all four of them. You already got them out.
Yeah?
Now we've got the transmission mount bolts that hold it into place. It's these guys up underneath here. They're kind of big. You're gonna have to remove them too.
Okay.
But what's gonna happen, once you remove those, the transmission's gonna fall down.
Oh.
But the transmission is only gonna fall down as far as the CV joints on the sides there.
Oh.
They're gonna fall down onto the frame horns.
Okay.
So it's just kind of fall down a rest. I mean, it might surprise you, because it is gonna clunk, but it's not going to be freakishly loud or exciting or any of that kind of stuff.
Oh.
Just don't put your fingers underneath the CV joints and you'll be fine. The big trick of it is lifting it back up when it comes time to put these things back in there. Yeah, those are usually pretty tight, and I'm also the man that tightened them on there, so you can assume that they're very tight.
Oh, great.
You're kind of
I just don't have good
not using the most orthodox method there, yeah. Just be careful you don't pull the car off the jack stands. In fact, I'm going to stick a couple of blocks or something underneath these wheels just in case something like that does happen. What you want to do here, actually, is you want to kind of have your back facing the way I am and pull it pull that handle towards yourself. That way you'll have max leverage.
I just scooted myself.
I tightened them on there, and that was almost 10 years ago now, so they've been out in the weather for a little while.
I'm just scooting my whole ass towards it.
I'm kind of surprised it's found chewing gum under your transmission. Oh man, do it again. Oh, it's like old titties.
Not quite that bad.
Kinda, they get gummy.
I haven't gotten to that stage yet. Oh!
Wow, look at that. I hate when my nuts slip. Now stop and loosen the other one up before you take that completely out. Just to stop things from shifting around. Boy, the lighting back here is real goofy because of the way the sun is shining down on us here. There you go. That wasn't so bad. Boy, that mount is really shot.
Yeah, it is. This is the one I'm replacing, right?
Yeah, that whole bar underneath is coming out. There we go.
Now back to the other one?
Doesn't matter. Just take them out.
Oh, there it
Looks
goes.
like it's out. That's it. You may have to lift up on the transmission a little bit. They're not too awfully heavy. You should be able to push up on it if need be. Now remember, when you pull that other one out, things are going to go clunky.
I'm going to put myself in a position where I'm not going to be in the
I'll
way.
put you in a position.
No, thank you.
But
I'm gonna
just trying to loosen some nuts.
do this so I don't accidentally jump.
That way I can't see you.
Is it better?
Our audience will be like, "Where's Bee?" I'm like, "She's right there. Can't you see her loosening her nuts?"
Yeah. No, I'm just playing with my nuts.
Playing with the nuts.
Ooh, here it goes.
Nothing like a nutty morning. Well, you know how it comes. You might have to lift up on the transcription a little bit. Put your palm underneath that. And just lean into it as you pull that bolt out with the other hand. There you go. Look at that. There you go. Yeah. These when we put them back in, you got to be careful. These get cross-threaded kind of easy.
Then this should come off, right?
Yep, that should come right out of there.
Oh, no. Ugh.
Yeah, it's gonna require a little bit of prying and a little bit of abuse and probably a couple curse words.
Fuck.
There's that one.
Yeah, that didn't help.
It did a little bit. You got one of the bolts free.
I got that free before I said fuck.
Oh.
Fuck shit. Damn. Fuck shit ass. Shit and fuck ass. Damn. It's not working, is
Oh,
it?
you got.
Rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat. 69 assholes dying.
And you got to go for the real offensive ones where you're.
Cunt!
Well, that too. And you got to go after the
Ooh, there it goes.
the races and sexual preferences.
Oh, yeah, no.
You're really gonna start cursing and swearing. You got to go real
This
good.
during Pride Month, I'm not having any.
Well, see, you're allowed to do it. I can't. You can get away with it.
Oh, I don't even use that language.
Well, I'm alone. I use a lot of words. A lot of things I shouldn't say. Of course, to me, when I'm using them that way, they have different meaning.
Yeah, I know. I am part of that community. I don't like using that slur. I don't.
See?
No, thank you.
Okay, where's your new hockey pucks?
There.
I think you're down there on the ground next to you.
They are.
Okay, you've got to assemble.
Some of this.
And you have a choice. You could put the hockey pucks on the transmission first, which is probably the easier way to do it. So how's your life going? And there it is right there.
Yeah.
Did you see that meme yet with the peeled box?
Yeah. How's your mental health?
Right there. Oh, hockey pucks falling out
Hey,
everywhere.
oh wow. Holy crap.
I think they're perfectly symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which way they go in. Yep. Yeah. And then, this is why I had you keep these.
Yeah. You just have to separate them from the rest of the hardware.
Separated hardware.
Ooh.
Is that like, you can put all those in the, up there in the bell housing.
kind of like them right there.
They're at eye level and you won't knock them over.
You're at eye level.
That's probably not where you want me to be, though.
Probably.
Take that.
All of these should be the same, right?
All of what? I can't tell what it was.
Nuts.
Okay, there's supposed to be a washer under there, but yes.
Nope. The small washer.
Yeah, some kind of washer. As Wild Bill would say, a washer.
Washer?
It's a washer.
Is he from rural Iowa?
No, they do that over there too. I was telling him that, but he's from the Carolinas, and apparently he says it there also.
Yeah.
And some people from New Jersey tell me they say wash with an O, and I was like, no, we don't.
I had a
From New
teacher.
Jersey, we don't say that crap. You might.
I had a teacher in grade school that used to say wash, and she was from Iowa.
Yeah, I had a Iowan 8th grade teacher also, same way.
My mom's family is from Iowa, but they don't say it that way.
Yeah.
So, it must be regional.
Oops.
Because they're from, about as rural as you can get, Iowa. Like,
Yeah, that sucker going in next.
oh, that's right,
Yeah.
because this is down a little bit.
Right, so you get all them bolts started in there.
Okay.
And then we'll jack the transmission up last and stick those bolts in, and that's something you might actually get my help for.
Okay. So they go in this way, right?
Doesn't matter.
Oh, really?
Whichever way they go in is the best way.
Oh, they gotta put the...
You might have a little trouble getting it in from the top side on that one, so that one will probably come in from the bottom.
Yeah. Whoop.
Nut dropper.
Yeah, and these had
Here
two
comes the nut
washers.
dropper.
Burn up. Those went in like this. Actually, you know what? It probably would have been easier to put these on this first. Yeah.
No, and here's why. Because when you put the hockey pucks into the transmission, okay, they don't go in straight. They're on angles.
Oh.
So you have to kind of stretch the thing open in order to get it in there, and it's possible. It's just not easy. It's easier to remove it with a pry bar, and then you start to notice metal shavings everywhere because you forced them out. Yeah, this is kind of tricky. Why is the washer on that side? Actually, got it in the wrong spot.
That's where it was when I
That's
took them
incorrect.
off.
Somebody did something wrong then.
They go on this side?
Yes, it goes on the side with the
this?
head. I don't know. 2 washers?
That's how it came.
Let me see what kind of washers they are. That's not a wavy washer, is it? No. Yeah, it's a wavy washer. Okay, that's Volkswagen's version of a lock washer.
Okay.
So yeah, you can do that. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so when I took them off, they were on the nut side.
Nut.
You want them on this side?
I would put them on the underside.
Like that?
Yeah, so that way it stops the metal from pulling through.
Okay, so let me make sure that it doesn't quite go.
Oh, the holes need to be widened?
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Or,
Those things are painted and the paint may have filled up the hole a little bit. I'll get you a drill just to run through
and
it.
a
if
little
need be.
bit of the, that coating.
Yeah, the rubber
Yeah.
glue, not glue, paint.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so it goes through on that one. But this one is
Alright, they need to be stretched. So let me get you a,
stretch it to dirt.
one of those things they use in the gyno lab, you know.
The clampy windy thing?
Yeah, what do they call that?
A speculum.
That, yeah, that. Let me get that. Force it through the first time, the second time it's a lot easier.
Oh, no. God, no.
So anyway, you didn't need a drill bit after all to loosen up the coating on those things. That's surprising that they coated the whole thing like that. They don't always do that. Sometimes it's just rubber on one side and then painted.
Huh. They can at least just get this.
That gets it, stops the rust from getting in between the rubber and the metal, which would cause premature failure because then the pucks fall apart.
No.
Looking good. Yay.
This is just...
What you did? Me. What do, man?
She wanted it on it too.
That was Tezzy.
Oh, he.
That was big Tezzy.
Big Tiz.
Who, by the way, started biting me last night.
What?
I was reaching in his cage. I mean, I guess that's one thing. But anyway, when he bit me the 3rd time, I grabbed the spray bottle I use on the cockatiels and then I shot him with it. And he bit me again, I shot him with it. He did about 3 or 4 times and then he finally started retreating.
Before he learned not
Yeah,
to.
he started to retreat. And then I reached back in the cage and he didn't bite me. And I did it again on purpose, and you didn't bite me. And then, had some pizza last night left over from the tech session, so I gave it to him, because he was behaving then. The Biddy's one that usually, if I give him food, he'll bite my hand instead of the food. It's like you missed, you idiot.
Just got really excited for food. I get that. I too get really excited for food.
And sometimes if I don't have food, he'll still bite my hand. It's like, oh, yummy. Oh, wait, that's Daddy. Stupid.
So sometimes my dogs get so excited for treats and whatever that they will literally bite whatever I give them. So there's a game that you play where you pretend that you've got a treat, you pull it off the counter, it's just air, and you give it to them and see how many times it takes for them to realize you're not giving them treats. One of my dogs will figure it out right away. And then my big stupid dog, who I love but has no brain cells, will continue to do it like 16 or 17 times. And still look at you like, treats? Bless his heart. Dumber than a box of rocks. He's got 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place, but I love him. You've never heard that?
No, that's a good one.
Yeah. One of the puppies I'm fostering is just like a tiny version of him, and I think they share the same brain cells.
Charlie's enormous mouth, well, it's alright.
Charles Chunkerton is his full name.
Oh. I wouldn't have guessed.
Chonky boy.
Well, that's coming to get her. The washer's on the wrong side. Put the small one on the side with the head.
That's right.
Yeah.
I have 1 extra washer, so either something didn't get a washer, or I just have an extra one.
Well, we had some from the stuff we took apart too,
Oh,
so
okay.
there's probably shouldn't be any left over, but now that you're installing everything properly.
Yeah, but
No, there's actually missing a washer right there.
no, it's on this side.
There should be one over on this side.
No,
Yes.
I don't have enough washers to have them on that side.
Oh no!
Yeah, they're
Then
both on this
you'll
side.
have to take the small one off of that side then and put it on that side.
Okay.
I recommend it, otherwise that nut's gonna chew right through the rubber on there and just, yeah. It'll be ugly.
Yeah, they
I'm
were
gonna leave you
both
to that. I'm gonna step away for a second. Yeah, Bree's showing us how she professionally snugs up some nuts.
super professional.
It is here.
The
See?
nut,
That's how it's
professional
done.
nut snugger. Dang it, come on.
With the professional nut snugger of 2022.
Here come the nut snug.
What?
You know that song.
What?
I think it's supposed to be the Hot Stuffer. That 90s song.
And these guys, when you tighten these down, for those that are watching, you gotta be careful. It's really easy to over torque these and break them off. And seeing as how we don't have a spare set around right now, we don't want to do that.
I only have a spare washer. That's the only thing that's allowed to break.
That's it. So you have something to wash with later.
Yes. Can't go around without a washer.
What's interesting is, why is it called a washer when it doesn't clean anything?
That's a good question. We should look into that.
Yeah, why is it called a washer?
Or a washer.
The washer is one who washes.
I am the one who washes.
Kind of like something Batman would say. I am the one who washes. Or Darkwing Duck or something would say something like, I'm the terror of the night, or whatever the hell he would say.
Oh,
Somebody
man,
out there
that's
watching this
That's
would
a
know.
throwback.
Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think he made a comeback somewhere recently.
Did he?
Yeah.
That was a cartoon that I enjoyed as a child.
Takes place in the same, both universe and city as DuckTales.
Woo!
But I don't think there was ever a good crossover between the two.
Are they owned by the same,
Yeah, Disney.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Launchpad, the one character, is in both
Launchpad.
shows.
Okay.
And he's actually in both shows.
No over tightening.
Good.
Tighten these.
That's it. Snug them.
Snug this stick.
And you know, did you know that you can strip a bolt out with an impact driver?
Yes.
Did you know you can strip one out with a ratchet too? These things that people tell me, you know, this time we're not using an impact driver just because I didn't grab it. It's on the other side of the house. By the time I grab it and all of the parts to make it work, it should be done. And I wouldn't have gotten anything filled.
Oop.
All right.
Try not to over torque anything, then I will let you double check me.
Well, what we're going to do before we even do that
No.
is we're going to raise this transcription back up
And put
and
the bolt
we're gonna
in.
put these bolts in. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to do it. If you can, you'll be in a really, really good position to do this kind of stuff. Now make sure they go in perfectly straight, because if you cross-thread them, they'll be ruined. You got it? Mm-hmm. No kidding. Mm-hmm. Good for you. Far out. All the boys watching this one are mighty proud of you. I can't see a damn thing. Oh well. Maybe I'll go around this way. Here it is. She's screwing. That didn't go in, that cross-threaded.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah, that's why I'm readjusting.
Well, don't even leave it in that position because you'll mangle up the threads and then you'll have a hell of a time getting it back in there. Words of advice from experience. You know, I was gonna stick a floor jack or some shit under it, but you got it under control. Mm-hmm. Did it go in right?
Yep. See?
It did. Now be careful with the ratchet. If it requires any real force while you're turning that means something's wrong, so don't force it. So it should spin pretty easy until you hit the end. I had a problem on Ruby when I did that, because that was after I welded the chassis. Remember when I put those joints on?
Yep.
And the frame horns on the back, they shrunk, or they opened up wider. I don't remember which way they went. But they were off by about 1/4 of an inch when I went to run the bolts in, and I was like, son of a bitch.
All right.
So I ratchet strapped the damn horns. They were further apart. I ratchet strapped them to pull them together. Now those are gonna have to be torqued down really tight. Okay?
So I can torque them down?
Yes, those are gonna have to be down really, really tight. Because once the engine's in, I don't think you can easily get to them. Don't move the whole car now.
Okay.
Push down on it. Yes. There you go. I don't remember what the torque spec is on them, but it's high. It's one of the higher torque specs of this vehicle. So you got your transmission properly mounted now. It looks like it's not going to be bouncing around on the gummy.
Whew.
Okay, move that transmission around. Try to bump it around in there. Look at that. Look at how solid. That's got me excited. Okay.
Good thing I can't see.
That rubbish that's in there, just brush it out.
No.
Yeah, get that out of there. Look at that, ain't that great? Oh.
I close my eyes first. I wear glasses, it's fine.
All right, you're in a good spot. I'm gonna have you come up out of there. We're gonna give this thing a good dusting, just a quick scrubby brushing, just to loosen up as much of the caca in there as you can, using my old scrubby brush that I bought 20 years ago. Oh, what happened to you?
I don't know.
You're one of them dirty girls.
Fell out of the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down.
We're gonna show some video just how dirty she actually is. Roll clip. Did you have fun?
I did.
Good. Oh, that's dirty, shitty water.
You a dirty, shitty girl.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Gross.
And we're back. She's still trying to clean up since that one.
I think we already did that one time.
That's why I'm rolling the clip. That's why I rolled the clip. Yeah, we're gonna put that clip back in. Reuse some old video. Continuing the campaign, as they say.
Oh, spider, get out of there.
Not so much in there I'm worried about.
In here?
Yeah, just everywhere else. Just try to get as much of the dirt out as you can. I might even give you a little Windex or something, but just give it a good scrubbing job. Loosen it up. And I'm gonna step out of the way. Seals love to be worked. Got that going in there. That one is a Brazilian Chinese, and I'm saying Brazilian Chinese because it's an MP seal, but it said Brazil on it. Anybody's guess.
Welcome to Brazil.
The one here, that's the front seal, not the back seal, because this is the front of the car this way. This is the front seal. This is a German quality one that we got in there. And B was having a lot more trouble with this one, or that one, than the one she's doing now.
Yeah.
This one seems to be going pretty good. Although we hit a spot in there and around that bend. This seal looks upside down to me, but it's not too big of a deal anyway because we're just going to pull it back out. But I don't understand why all the diagrams that I've been looking at shows it oriented the way you see it here. Now, nonetheless, we'll straighten it out later. We might even get rid of it completely. And it looks like it's coming along. Before too long, you'll have it. And I think I just heard thunder.
That's what I was wondering. Is that thunder or is it somebody's car?
I heard a lot of car horns at the same time. Maybe it was a wreck.
I mean, it's Florida. I would not be surprised.
It was awful low-pitched rumble, though, more like a car tumbling down the interstate.
That sounded like thunder. We were forecasted.
Yep, there it is. That's thunder.
That's thunder.
That's thunder.
Where's it coming from?
Behind you. I can barely see it over the house over there. That's a direction it came from the other day, too. And it wasn't so much that it was coming from that direction, rather, but the storm from that direction was swelling. So it got me as it was moving away. What was I doing that day? Oh, that was the day I was breaking into the Blue Beetle. Yeah, I know, it's extremely funny. But the keys were lost, so we had to break into it. So I demonstrated how easy it is to get into a Beetle, and it's not for teaching the thieves how to do it, because they already know. This is to teach Volkswagen owners how to do it in the event that they have not only a problem, but also how to fortify their own security of their own car. And the answer is pop-out windows. If you have pop-out windows in your Beetle, your back window can't be sucked out with a suction cup. Taking a break, are you? Yeah. You do that. We're going to stop the camera. I'll turn the fan back on for you. Rumbly, rumbly.
Yeah. It could also be my stomach. It is almost lunchtime.
There you go. You can eat a whole table full of sushi.
Seal is done, minus the stupid little lip where, well, the lip is missing.
Yeah, there's a little section of lip in there that's a little bit of a problem, but once we put the engine, it's actually going to push the seal up where it belongs, so it's not too big of a deal. But we did jam the engine into position because
it's going in next.
That's it. Going in next. Even Tezzy's excited, right, Tezzy? There it is. That's the first time the engine has come that near to this car.
Yes.
So the next thing we need to do is just get a lift underneath it and lift it up into position and get some bolts in there. But you're going to take a break for a little while. We'll see you later. And then we'll come back and we'll get this thing put in and we'll get it running in the car. How about that shit? Did it make you happy? Did you squirt a little?
No.
No? Let's try harder.
No.
You pee yourself?
Right.
That's what it is anyway. Anyway, we got to grease the shaft. While this is out, I also probably should get your clutch set up because I still have to put your pedal assembly in, so that'll give me a little time to do that. Doesn't have to be in there before we do this, but it'll be easier if I do it now, so that's a good spot.
Okay. Show them where we mounted the coil.
Oh yeah, and the coil. It now has an official mount. We decided to put it up and away, so it's kind of out of the engine compartment. I mean, it's in the engine compartment, but it's like out of the engine compartment.
Yeah.
So you don't have to punch holes in your beautiful chrome shroud.
That's going to overheat.
Right, which is actually, it's overheating right now.
Yes.
This is why the key is yellow. It's actually on fire because the chrome tins are in there. It's just, it's just, you can't handle it. We're about to get a thunderstorm. It's getting nearer.
We are.
It's getting closer and closer.
Yeah,
all right.
Probably a good.
So we'll get this thing put in. Your throttle cable's up under there too. We'll get that set up. And then we got to find you some battery cables because we're relocating the battery to under the back seat. Normally in the Karmann Ghia, it's right here, and this area is very prone to being rusted. And this is a difficult area to repair in the event of rust, whereas the floor pan is very, very easy to fix.
So you can see where someone was working on it before.
Yeah, I think there was a Subaru engine here at one point. So I think somebody cut the whole back end out. That's what you're seeing there, and this was all removed.
Huh.
I don't exactly understand how he was doing it or what he was doing exactly, but there's also a water temperature gauge on the dashboard. Yeah, that's not something you'd find in an air-cooled Volkswagen. So I think somebody was doing something with Subaru engine or some other kind of engine, and then they put it back together. And this is the haphazard welding work that they did, and they didn't finish it. They got as far as this, but the car went through a divorce, and literally the car got split in half. Wife got the engine transmission, and the husband got the car.
And now it's mine.
And now it's yours. There it is. I got to make sure you get that paperwork too,
Yes.
so you can get that taken care of ASAP. This is coming from out of state, so the only gotcha on that is you're going to have to take it to the tax office so they can put their eyes on it.
That's fine.
Yeah, just so you know. So whether you drive it or you tow it, it's going to have to get there somehow. We're going to have to get you a tow bar also. Recommended. Then you can put it behind your truck and you can take it anywhere you want.
I don't know if I trust my truck. We'll probably bring the F350 over here for that.
Well, it's a truck. I pull it behind a Z.
Well, considering there was a cross member missing in the frame, I don't know how much I trust that truck to tow anything.
Well, I would really be, yeah. As long as the hitch is on there good, I think you'll be fine. Your cross member's up in the engine, but this is not very heavy. I mean, I could pull the thing myself with rope. It wouldn't be too stressed. I mean, even I pulled him with an aluminum bumpered 350Z.
Yeah.
And that hasn't fallen apart yet. It's
So
Some of the sheet metal did, but the aluminum didn't.
I've never towed anything with that truck before, so this is not the first thing I want to tow with it to make sure that the tow hitch is solid.
Well, I think you're going to be just fine.
I hope so.
Yeah, we will.
Paranoid.
We'll see.
Should probably get that covered before that storm gets here. You shoot yourself?
A little bit.
You may want to look into that.
There's a little sauce in there. All right, well, that wraps it up for now.
Something.
We'll see you after the rainstorm. Yeah, there it is. I called it. Anyway, next sunny day we'll get B over here and we'll get that engine installed. But for the time being, she's sitting under there safe, covered up, and kept dry. What are you doing, Boomer? You coming to help us? He's digging through all that mud after all that rain. But B's back. That's it, you made it back after that nasty storm. That was quite something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was amazing the winds kicked up like they did. It's just tremendous.
But it made it a little cooler.
Yeah, it did make it a little bit cooler. So for whatever it's worth, we'll see if it stays that way. Probably not.
Yeah, it's just gonna make it more humid.
Yeah, more humid. Well, we're here to shove that engine in. We've got it set up on the lift, and then we're gonna stab that big donk right up B's rear. Before we get to any of that, though, we have to clean off the shaft. It's got a dirty shaft, and I got a horrible glare. You know why? Because that engine's overheating from all that chrome.
It's so hot.
Yeah, it's actually catching a horrible, horrible glare. You guys can see the really cool lens effect there. Anyway, we need to get in there and we need to polish up that shaft, and we got just the tool to do it, little wire brush. So clean off some of the loose rust that's on there. It's probably not going to take too much to do it. Let's get a little scrubby, because it has been sitting out in the weather for a while, but it's not been in direct rain, but nonetheless it has been wet. Is that exciting?
Super exciting.
Yeah, looks like you're having fun.
Yay. Chef.
He's one bad mother sucker. I don't know the rest of the words, but that's something a Wild Bill knows. So if he's watching, he's probably singing it.
He would.
And he and I sometimes go back and forth, you know, who is the man? And he'll finish the song. I don't even know if I started it out right. Good, good. And we got some grease there. So put just a little dab on your tip of your finger there. That's it. And just smudge it on there. Yep, especially in the splines, right. You know, it wouldn't hurt to get it on the tip either, because that's going to go into the gland nut. And that's what they call it.
We start calling it the Glen nut?
Yeah, actually, I have been calling it that for a long time. The Wild Bill has said that also, as a matter of fact. The Glen nut. Leave my nuts alone. Knick knack, paddywhack, leave my nuts alone. Go and beat on your own bone.
There you go.
I think you did a good job there. For those that are doing this, you don't want to wad it up with a ton of grease, because that spins. And when you shove the clutch onto there, all that grease is going to come off. It'll ball up, and then as it spins, it'll sling it all over the damn place. You kill a buggy?
I did.
I hate them damn things.
I put on bug spray too.
Those little bastards are top of the food chain. Well, you know what? I'm upwind to you because the fan.
Yeah.
And then I put bug spray because it's like allergies. So you're getting my man stink. It's just blowing towards you. All right, we got that grizzled up. I think what we're going to need to do is lower the engine down a little bit, because we only have 13 inches of lift on that jack that's down there. And I think we need just a little bit more than that. So
lower the car?
Yeah, I'm going to lower the car. I'm going to put the jack up underneath it, raise it just a bit, and then we'll back the jack stands down a couple clicks. And I think that'll get it to where we need to be. And it should go in relatively easily. We are on a bit of an angle because we do have the nose of the car on the ground. So that will change things a little bit, because when you go to slide that engine in, you have to remember that you have to slide it downwards. But gravity will be on our side then, versus going upwards, which I would never try to do. All right, well, let's go ahead and see what happens that we can do putting this thing in before it overheats and sets the whole car on fire. Look, it's yellow. Oh my God, the car's yellow. It's already on fire. It's burning. It's burning. It's burning. Ah! Yeah, B, pump it. Pump it up. There you go. Going up. Oops, stop a second. Looks like we just hit the underside of the transcription. That we need to come back just a hair. Ah, come on up again. At least I hope that goes high enough. If it doesn't, we might have to lower the car some more. Alright, 2 more and then stop. Alright. This whole engine has to go forwards again. Going up. Got quite a ways to go yet. Oops, stop. Gotta go back again. Uh-oh. We're running out of space. The final frontier. Ah, why did we run out of space so quickly? I don't know. We're gonna have to investigate that. So it's not clearing your alternator pulley. If that's gonna be an issue, then we'll take the alternator back off. The engine will go in real cleanly then, and then we'll just put it back on when it's in the car. I just wonder what I heard behind me. The chickens have never ever gone in the tent before. And one of them is digging in there under the car. I'd rather her not do that because there's engine oil in that dirt. You know. Yeah, EPA hazard, but you know, it can't help it. Car leaks. It's old. Alright, well, let's go ahead and see if we can free this up a little bit. I might actually just even cock the engine backwards a little bit and see if we can just shimmy it in. Okay. But we'll play with that. Either way, I have to stop the camera for a second because I can't hold it. Well, the answer was just tip the engine back by hand a little bit and slide the pulley right over the rear valence here.
Continue?
Yeah, continue. It can go up. Uh-oh. That's alright, it's not going anywhere. What we need to do is push the whole cart back under again. Push the whole yellow. There we go. Alright. And it should be going up again. It's not much for clearance right now, but it's going to clear up when it goes higher. Go ahead. Alright, just pause for a second. Tip that back. And we're going to grab the tripod.
Around this time we had some difficulty getting the engine in place. It seemed like once in a while we can get some of the bolts in the shaft to line up, but it was getting hung up on some things just horribly. And we couldn't figure out exactly what it was, but after some deliberation we discovered it was the heat riser tubes that kept hitting the back of the engine compartment. And needless to say, they had to be removed, and we removed the exhaust at the same time because it appears it also may have been part of the issue, which later we discovered may not have been the cause. But nonetheless, the heat riser tubes came on out of there, and then the engine popped
removed
right
the heat
into it.
risers because they just kept getting caught up under the rubber, and you see they screwed up our rubber over here, so we're gonna have to tuck that back in. But I think the engine should go into place now. It was just getting caught up on them like horribly, and the engine just wouldn't go into position. It needed to come up and back, and it just, they couldn't do it because it was constantly hitting this here. So anyway, they're out of place. It's not, you took them out of the camera frame. And again. Hey! Hey! There you go. There they are. So we've got them removed, and I think we should be able to lift the engine in place, and that's what we're going to try to do. If it's good, then we're going to bolt the sucker in, and then we'll put all the accessories back on. Next time, when we remove or put the engine back in from this Ghia, we're going to do it without a shroud, we're going to do it without the carburetor, we're going to do it without the exhaust, and without the heat risers. Because those things are relatively easy to bolt on once the engine's in the car anyway, so not too big of a deal. And that was Tezzy wearing his new crowing collar. That's why he sounded like he was gurgling instead of having that Land of the Lost T-Rex roar that he has.
Old school car horn.
Yeah, sounds like a Ruga horn. Ruga! Hey, Biddy. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Biddy. Biddy's over there in the cage. Biddy's also wearing the collar. But they fight, so I don't let him out too much. But Boomer was picking fights with Tezzy before. Tezzy's twice his size, but Boomer's horny, so they do what they do. In fact, there's Boomer right there, sneaking. How you doing, Boom? You gonna come out? Come here, buddy. Let me see you. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on. The stick. You're afraid of the stick. I get it. I get it. You don't want to come over here. All right, fuck it in. Alright, B's under there tightening down our last engine nut. Now what you guys didn't see, because it all happened so quickly, I was shimmying the engine left and right, and all of a sudden it just slipped right into place. And for those of you that have installed a Volkswagen engine before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So there was no chance to go ahead and hit the record button or any of that nonsense. So quickly we just started running some bolts into it, and where you see it is where it's at. And B is running that last nut into there right now. So once we got that settled, then we're going to reinstall those heat risers and accessories. Everything should be fine after that. Operative word, should be, right? There it is.
I said last time, don't
yeah. Well, then again, you know, I said it wasn't going to be that hard, and truthfully, it wasn't. I've seen engines that didn't want to go in, and it took all day, and it still didn't go in. Wild Bill had some real quirks with his. We still never figured out exactly why it was so dicky. And one time he was fighting with one for a whole day. I went under there and I grabbed the engine and just muscled it and it went right in. And he's like, what the hell? So I don't know, I got lucky. But anyway, that's the situation here, is things are going in and we're seeing some progress. So we'll give you another update, of course, when we have them, but we're just gonna let B finish tightening up that last nut, and then we're gonna let that engine stand down. All right, we got all them engine bolts on. The easiest way to get to the D-shaped starter bolt is by removing the rear right-hand wheel. Since, of course, you don't have the car up on a lift. If you had a lift, you can kind of reach around, you know, J-handedly up and over the top. But in this case, it just was easier to do it this way. Once she's got that wheel on there, we can pull that jack out and then lower it down with the other jack, and we'll get our stance with the engine in. And I got a feeling that the rear end may be a little saggy on this old girl.
Oh, you're not talking about me?
No, not you. And there it is, it's in. Still need to get all the accessories put back on there, but we'll get to it. Some of the tins, they shifted themselves around a little bit upon mounting this engine. Things just, we're having a hell of a time getting things lined up in here. Not excited about mounting Eleanor's engine in, because I have to do that without scratching paint. Hey, once again, we're racing against the rain. That's right, it's raining on us again. As always, every time we try to get something done, trying to get that wheel bolted on just as quickly as possible. We're going to run some of the tools inside. This might be a passing shower, but it is expected to like rain later on, so we'll just have to go with it. But we got the hulk of it done, and the hulk of it was getting that engine in place. I feel very confident. You could have saved that, but didn't matter. I suppose it'll be safe where it's at, because I don't think we have to take it back off again anytime soon. We will bleed the brakes, but we can do that with it up on a lift, because I can actually reach the bleeders from the back. Everything is discs on here, by the way. For those of you that have been watching the series, you already know that. How do you feel about everything today, B?
Good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yep. Here.
Progress has been made. This is great. Yeah, grab all that stuff. We're going to pull it down. I'm going to throw a tarp over the engine just to try to keep it dry. It should be dry where it's at, but I'm going to give it a little more love than what's got. We're wrapping it up today. Let's do that. I might slip in a little bonus feature after this once you're getting out of here, because I'm going to continue working on this thing and try to get the rest of the accessories put on there, and at least the engine, the stand and stuff pulled out from underneath it. Otherwise, we're just about there. So licky, likey, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to pluck the dingle belly so you get updates every time I upload a video. Check out DuckShit.net for all my different social media links. You'll find B stuff up there just the same. So be sure you check it out. Stop asking where to find stuff. Look at the website. It's there. Right?
Yeah.
How many years have we been saying that? Well, 2 with you, but I've been saying it years before you even. All kinds of shit's blowing down. This storm is starting to pick up. We're going to have to bring the chickens in and everything. So thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Out here.